These are important races, obviously, whenever we compete against UAA, but it is the first competition of the year, and so it's about getting used to new equipment, routines, maybe changing some routines from last year about how we warm up on race day and testing wax. And so, we just want to make sure that we do everything we can correctly, but knowing that it is the first event, and frankly, we have a new coaching staff, and so that's going to take some time to make some adjustments there. So I'm not going to get too worried about some of the details this weekend. I just want our athletes to go through the routine the best they can, and most importantly, put out their best effort on the race course, regardless of results. I just want them to go out and race the best that they can wherever they are in their training at this time of year. Our number one goal is March, and it's nice to beat UAA early, but we really want to do well in March at NCAA. So that's the primary goal. We like to have some time on snow before we do intervals on snow, and so it pushed things back as far as when we could do intervals on snow. But we did some intervals on foot that we would have done on snow, so it changed things a little bit, but not too dramatically. We're an outdoor sport. We know every year that things are a little different. It's not like you go into a court where the hoop's 10 feet off the ground and everything's the same every time you enter. So, the place where we train and compete is always changing. Snow conditions change, weather change, light changes, and so we have to be able to adapt. And as much as we're creatures of routine, we also have to be able to adapt. So we adapted the training to what the weather presented and the snowfall presented, and I think we did a pretty good job with it. I mean, there were some days where we wanted to train, it was too cold, and there were some days we wanted to train outside and there was freezing rain and cars in the ditch, and so we had to train inside, or we had to go for a run instead of a ski, and but the student athletes did a great job with it, and we just keep plugging away. I'm not looking for anything except best efforts from every person on the team, including the coaching staff. As long as we do that, there's no disappointment. It's when we do something foolish, or we don't give our best effort. That's when I think that we get a little upset. But when people go out and give everything they have, not only on race day but leading up to race day, getting to bed on time, eating the proper foods, warming up properly, testing wax properly, all of those things. As long as they do all those things and then on the race course give their best effort, I mean, that's all we can ask for. And that's what I'm looking for this weekend. I'm not going to lie, beating UAA is job security, so that's always a great thing. But, like I said, we just want to go out and give our best effort. I'd rather beat UAA in March at the national championships, to be honest. Of course, I want to beat them this weekend, but, if somebody said you have to choose, beating them at NCAAs or beating them this weekend, I'll take a better result at NCAAs. We need to do better at NCAAs. We know that, and that's what we're striving for. I'm happy that we're competing. I know that the student athletes are very excited. Quite frankly, it's because of the late snow, we're a little behind. I mean, we have a lot of equipment that we deal with and uniforms, and we don't have an equipment manager. It's our intern Joey Nunes and his assistant coach Turman and myself doing all that stuff. So if I had another month, I'd be really happy. The student athletes wouldn't be happy, but I'd be happy.